Takeoff. Home point updated.
Your first drone. And you don't know what to buy? Hopefully this video will give you some guidelines, steer you in the right direction from my experience. So today we are flying the DJI Mini 4K. It's a $300 drone, $299 to be exact. And at first it was available only on Amazon or at Best Buy. And now it's pretty much available everywhere, including the DJI website. And you'll find it for like $299. Now there is also the DJI Mini 2, which is essentially the exact same drone. Someone pointed out to me, and I looked at the specs on both of them, and they appear to be exactly the same. So today we are taking off from this park in Fort Mill, South Carolina, and in a few minutes we will venture out over the city of Fort Mill. But I want to give you some guidelines. If you're looking for your first drone, you'll find drones in all sorts of price ranges. And yeah, you're going to find some under $100. But I'll tell you right now, it's worth spending $300 for what you get for that price. Is essentially a professional drone.
Max altitude reached.
So we're flying the DJI Mini 4K. Like I said, it's a $299 drone. Now, it has a range of 6.2 miles, which is 10 kilometers, and that's clear line of sight. Nothing obstructing your view, mainly if you're on a hilltop or mountain shooting straight out. You can go 6.2 miles or 10 kilometers. So right now we are going to go about a mile in this direction, and for $300, a drone that can fly a mile. Now this is 4K video resolution and 12 megapixel photos. But the DJI Mini 4K has so many professional features that are packed into this toy drone. And I say toy drone because it's under 250 grams, which puts it in the class of being a toy. In other words, you do not have to register it. You can fly this drone without registration because it's considered a toy at under 250 grams. So we're flying in this direction, going near the post office up here that you see in the upper left. And my signal will start to break up here, but we're going to fly a little bit further, even though the signal's breaking up. And we'll go ahead and turn it around. So we're at 3,320 feet away from our home point. So go back in this direction and we'll fly over downtown Fort Mill, South Carolina. Okay, so starting out, your first drone, if you are really money conscious, you can get DJI Mini 2 SE Sports Edition for $279. Now that has the same features as the DJI Mini 4K, except it shoots HD resolution, not 4K. And I've had the Mini 2 SE, and I can hardly tell a difference in the quality. But for, $20 more, yeah, go ahead and spend it if you got it and get 4K resolution. So as we're flying back, I've noticed this historical home in Fort Mill. I forget the exact name of it, but right over here we'll fly towards it. It's a historical home in Fort Mill. Right here. And there it is. Okay. So we'll fly back over the park. So you'll find drones under $300, of course, but they won't be able to fly like this drone flies. It won't be a smooth flight. It certainly won't have the distance that the DJI Mini 2 SE, the DJI Mini 2, and the DJI Mini 4K have. All of those have 10 kilometers or 6.2 miles. Free line of sight. And as we fly back over in this direction, we come across another historical home. Now, I remember when Bill Clinton was president, he was visiting Fort Mill, and he stayed at this house or visited it. But I remember a whole line of people trying to get a glimpse of him, and I took my daughters there. It's a historical home, I believe, owned by the Springs family. But yeah, Bill Clinton stopped by there. So the DJI Mini 4K, the Mini 2 SE, and the Mini 2, they can fly almost for 30 minutes. But I like to keep most of my flights around 10 minutes, and that's what we'll keep this one at. So yeah, so what you get in a $300 drone is just so much more than a $100 drone or even a $200 drone. And DJI has really worked out all the kinks of their products, and they're made in China, and the Chinese have really done a great job with not just DJI drones, but their action cameras and such. So we're coming down in height a little bit, as you can tell, before we come in for a landing. And the DJI Mini 4K has a nice smooth flight. Other low-budget drones, you might see some gel effect, like gelatin, bouncing around. But this is a nice, smooth flight. And the DJI drones, they do really well in wind. Even though they're lightweight, they're very stable in wind. So there I am down here, and we'll bring her on in. So I just wanted to give you a quick demonstration of how a $300 drone can fly. Now, what I like about this drone is I can take this to other countries, and if it gets confiscated or if it gets lost, it's no big deal. I'm only losing $300.
Landing.